some acceleration. I feel like I want to act like I'm a cop. I don't know why. Second row, I can recline. I just gotta make sure the person holding the camera on the other side is taken care of, because you may not get the opportunity to use them again. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have in front of me is a 2023 Ford Explorer Limited. Now, first time I've driven Explorers, I don't know why I never had the opportunity to drive an Explorer. I just, there had never been something that I just had to grab. However, I will say I can see why people like them. It's spacious, it's easy to drive. If you have a family, the dirt row, the second row, the captain seats, everything you want is right there in front of you. Now, I rented this car from Hertz. Rented it because we just needed some downtime to kill on our next trip. So I just grabbed this in the garage and had a few hours with it. So here we are. First thing is, I apologize, car's dirty. It's not my car. Like I said, rental car. 2023 Limited. I was surprised some things. Actually, look at this. It's got some, there's definitely not matching up there. Anyway, sidetracked. I feel like when I'm in this thing, just for the short time I drive it, I feel like I want to act like I'm a cop. I don't know why. I just want to pull over, approach somebody, drive behind them, tailgate them. But in all seriousness, I do like the updated Explorers, which I think they're changing them again. So I'm probably a little behind, but I like the body lines. It's got a boulder, it's got a short front overhang. I can definitely tell that these are more meant for on-road driving to off-road driving, as opposed to early Explorers back in the past that were body on frame. Let's check out the trunk room. If I can get it open. Oh, it's over here. All right, so it's the trunk room. All right, this right now I have the third row folded down. This is one large check-in suitcase, one medium check-in suitcase. All right. All right, hatch is closed. It worked. Well, there's an arrow right here that tells you where to reach. I should know that. So third row up, I can only do a large check-in suitcase while it's standing up on the side, and it did close. You saw how it was closed up. All right, to release the third row, just pull this handle, give it a little shove. Actually, no, it does. It's spring loaded. So I'm just gonna pull the handle release, and then it wants to pull out of my hand, let it go, pop, it pops out, okay? I could push this in here like that, and then if I want to grab the third row back, pull this back up here like so, and I have this in here. I think I could squeeze like something else, maybe if I push this up more, if I needed to use that extra seat. There we go, medium check-in suitcase, large check-in suitcase, and backpack right there, okay? Close the hatch. Press this button here. All right. Now these Explorers, yes, I did move the car. Yes, now these Explorers come in different trims. I think your base, you just got a base model. You can go up to I believe an XLT, and then you can go to SAT. The ST is usually the more sportier one. I think I want to say it's 400 horsepower. Double checked actually just before I said that. But you get the ST, the more sportier, and you had limited, and then there's of course more one that's more rugged off-road called the Timberline, and then there's the hybrid, Then there's a Platinum hybrid, and there's King Ranch, and then there's the Limited, and you can get some hybrid powertrains in this too, and then Platinum being the highest. So there's multiple powertrains you can get with the Explorer, and I'm gonna start with the one that's in this vehicle. It's the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. I believe the fuel mileage is 21 city, 28 highway. This one comes in the all-wheel drive trim. You can get a base model or an XLT in rear-wheel drive, which I can put that in the description, but my best recommendation is to go online, look at the configurations and the trims, and that way you can build out your vehicle that best fit your needs. All right. There is an optional 3-liter V6 twin turbo that's going to be more powerful, which I can put that in the description too. But standard, you're going to get LED headlights. You're going to have the LED turn signals. With the Limited trim, you're going to have more of a chrome silver finish up here. When you go towards the ST and the ST line, which means as if you go to the ST line, you'll get more of the sportier look, but you won't get the higher output engine. Think of it like M Sport BMW, or something like that's similar, like an S line of an Audi. Now, when you have full ST, you'll get the more powerful engine. It's actually, I think, a little bit more powerful than you'll find in your regular Limited. But this will be blacked out. This will be a little more aggressive. You'll have red brake calipers and some other extra bits in here. Okay. Now let's check and see what type of fuel mileage it takes. It's like it's capless fuel. It's like there's anything in here, so it's probably just regular fuel only. You want to come over here and show? Oh, it's still tracking me. Let's tap it once. Okay. All right. I already showed the luggage already. When you're gone. All right. So Fords, they've been doing this for decades now. You have a keypad which you can set a code to get into the car, do some features. I don't know the code, so I can't really show that, but there is an option here.
Hard to see in the sunlight. No, we can't see the red numbers in there.
Okay. Also, here's your key. You have options to lock, unlock is a smart key system, I'm assuming, based on, I would assume, yep, so locks the vehicle, mirrors fold, put your hand behind, unlocks. And the rear doors do the same thing. Something bit me. Yep, so it's nice when you have a child, you have to like go to the front door and lock, you can still do it all hands-free. So let's jump into, see how the second row looks. I apologize, this car actually is dirty based on, this is a rental car, so don't, yeah, look at all this. So I usually have my cars clean like this, but this is as far as I can go. I have an air vent up top. I mentioned this before in other videos, I like air vents on top, especially when you have a child seat that's rear facing. That child's gonna get some airflow as opposed to vents coming out through the center console. It's just gonna hit the back of the car seat. I think that's something that's nice to have. If you come around this side, you'll see that there is a retractable sunshade. And then there's a cup holder here. Looks like maybe a cup holder for a larger water bottle, some containers here, power windows. Got a silver finish around. This is the high-end sound system, Bang & Olufsen. Got some leather finishing here, some contrast stitching. Maybe, I don't know if it's real leather. It feels like leather. You have that here, seat pocket. And then let's see, does a seat slide back or forward? Yep. So extra leg room, I can slide the seat back and have more leg room up here, okay? I have this seat pulled forward to fit the extra suitcase to show what the third row is like. So you can see this is probably, I can't go any further back than this, but this is what it'll be like if you had to do, maybe 5 passengers and you needed the third row seat for whatever reason, okay? In here, you're gonna have 2 high-speed USB-C ports. You're gonna have 12-volt outlet. You're gonna have heated rear seats for these 2 outboard passengers. These are heated, And then of course, this is a 3-zone climate control. So this climate control is going to be for all rear seat passengers. So 2-zone up here, the third one's going to be back here. Looks like 2 more cup holders here. They're small. I don't think they can, I don't know if that's a joke to call those a cup holder. Can I move this up here? Actually, it does.
Spill my coffee.
I won't spill your coffee. All right. Actually, it does okay. I guess since you don't have a center console, but with the captain seats, you have the option to just walk back to the third row, which I'm 5'8", and I'm sitting back here. The seats are low.
You want me to scoot it forward?
Yeah, let me put it up. Actually, come and climb in. All right, so I'm about 5'8", and the way the seat is lower, so my legs feel up a little higher. My knees are a little bit higher than my waist. So I think maybe a longer trip would be something that I probably won't be able to tolerate. But maybe going to lunch with some coworkers or something like that. Need to sit back here just for down the road. I think I could tolerate a short trip.
Much bigger third row than most cars.
It is a much bigger. I agree with you, Lexi. It does have a bigger third row than most cars that are third row. Is more a full size. You can use this more often. Now, does it have any? It does. It does have 2 latch car seat attachments, so you can do car seat back here if you needed to. And let me see if there's. Yep, there's one in the rear too, so you can do the latch in the rear for a forward-facing car seat, and the same for the second row. There's a cup holder here. These are just tie downs for the rear cargo area, but and there's 2 more air vents up here for your third row occupants to get airflow, because you can fill, since you can't put a window down, you want something to flow back here. 2 reading lights, actually 1 individual reading light that comes down for both sides. I think for up here, there's reading lights that can get up top, and there's a hanger as well. Okay, let's check out the front seat room. Oh, before I do that, I'm still recording. So to get out, say for example, I needed to fold the seat down, lift up here, and I should be able to slide. Okay, so everything's all,
Pretty smooth.
yeah, retractable, and I could just climb out this way. And then, okay. Good.
I like the wide stuff.
Like that? Yeah, that helps there. All right, up here, you got the little labeling for the Bang & Olufsen. You have, obviously, the similar, you got door lock and lock. Power folding mirrors, which I was hitting them when I was first driving this. I kept folding the mirrors in. There's child lock. Obviously, both windows, all 4 windows are automatic express up and down. There's some more leather with some kind of a grayish contrast stitching. Then there's hard plastic material on this side. We come up here, there's your hatch button. There's your headlight controls. Looks like you just turn the knob based upon where you want. So there's headlight, there's automatic. Parking light, if you want to sit in like a parking lot, pretend you're a cop, you can do that here. And then you can turn them off in general. And then of course, these are your lights for your instrument cluster. Pressing the center gives you fog lights. If you have the equipped option, I think some of the base models don't come with fog lights. And then there is, if you want to get back here, you can show a little bit further back so I can see how I fit back here. There's no power telescopic steering wheel, but it is manual tilt. And then one thing about the seat, my first thing I drive, there's not a lot of lateral support. I feel like I could fall out at the seat if I didn't have a door and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. But luckily I have a door and have a seatbelt, so that doesn't happen. But I just feel like I'm sliding around. I'm used to cars that have a little bit more bolster, like lateral support. But I said that could be subjective. I recommend if you're shopping for one of these, obviously take them for a test drive, see how you feel. Dashboard, it's a faux, this is definitely faux leather up top. It doesn't have anything, nothing up here. And then this is automatic dimming rearview mirror. You got home link controls up here. Then there's a sunglass holder, and these are Oakley drop point. They're a bit bigger sunglasses. Most sunglass holders don't accommodate this, and that one does pretty good job. You have your reading light, dome light, controls up here, and then of course there is a vanity, I'm assuming, with light on both sides. All right, you want to get in the passenger seat? Actually,
I'd like a drink of my coffee also.
oh sure, here you go. So my wife's on the other side right now holding the camera for me. This power seat, tilt back, and also power lumbar support. And here, I've done this before in other cars, but that's not this is just access to a fuse box. That's not, all right. Looks like,
Gonna happen on that side.
actually, yeah, hand me the camera, and then I'm gonna do some more up here, and I'll hand you the camera on the other side. So in here, you have adaptive cruise control if your vehicle is equipped with it. This is your distance select. And then there's Bluetooth controls here. Looks like these are automatic rain sensing wipers.
I thought that was a charging pad for a second, but it's not. It's just like a
No, it's
flat.
just a flat pad. You can set your,
Change your keys or something.
yes. So if I was a cop, I'll set my handcuffs in here. The charging pad is actually a wireless charging pad. Now you mention it, is actually here, but it is dirty. I did not put my phone in there at all.
Oh, so you'd have to lay your phone sideways.
Yeah, lay your phone.
facing out.
Yes. And most of these phone chargers, I mean, I guess I'll do it just right here, but actually my phone won't fit. This is a Pro Max iPhone,
Mine
and
probably
it won't come.
You'd have, no,
It's
it'll
not.
sit.
It's not gonna sit there. Now,
Mine will.
Lexi's phone is
Right.
not a Pro. Okay. So leave that there. Let me turn the car on. At least get that started. That way I can go over some more things. So press foot on the brake. Press start stop button. And then you'll see how you're greeted with the gentle tone
Now it charges.
and the vehicle, and it's charging. And it looks like, is it starting Apple CarPlay?
It says, welcome to standby. View helpful widgets, showcase your favorite photos, or display the perfect clock. Swipe left or right to switch between them.
I see. So maybe something linking with the car. Yep, wireless charger active. So everything is starting to link
So
up.
it doesn't let you use your phone if it's on the charger.
Maybe. So let me shut my door. And let me do one thing. I like to test the horn here. See how the horn sounds. Okay, nice, good sounding horn. I think when you have an SUV or just any car in general, it's always good to have a good horn. Fuel mileage, water temp. Let's see, menu, what I can show up here. There's just some other settings. If I have a seatbelt on, you know which each occupant if they have a seatbelt. So if I put my seatbelt on, fasten it. It should show you that here, check mark. And then Lexi's, when she puts her seatbelt on, it'll show a check mark. All right. Now, one thing I don't like, I wish it had more of an occupant sensing as opposed to just clicked in. So
It
say,
doesn't alert you like there's, like I'm sitting here but I'm not buckled.
correct. Because right now she's sitting there, if I have somebody in the back seat, it'd be nice to show a red mark if someone was in the back.
Like somebody should be buckled.
Yes, I agree with you, 100% agree with you. All right, so heated front, and then it's ventilated. Oh, I gotta press them off. So BMW lets you press and hold to turn them off, but then pressing hold doesn't do anything. So I gotta click each. I don't like that part. Ventilation for the front seat, and then the heated wheel. Automatic climate control. You have a 360 camera, which is nice here, which is limited to trim. And then there's options to do wider angles or different angles with your camera settings.
What's in here?
Up here is, well, actually down there,
That's where the charger
yeah, it's a little more charging. They got the USB-A, USB-C port, 12 volt, and then a little storage cubby in here. And then up here you have, it's probably limited trim. You have, it's not wood, but it looks,
It's like plastic wood.
yeah, it feels,
I can't tell.
yeah, it looks like wood, but it's not wood. Definitely not wood. I'm going to assume that there's a panoramic sunroof here that could be optional, but there's no sunroof in this model. And I think that'd be one thing. I'm surprised for a vehicle as near top of the line limited that you're not coming with a sunroof. Okay, let's get to this part here. I'm not a fan of the shifter. Also, there's 2 cup holders. You can see I have 2 Starbucks coffees here, and then the key. I can set that right in here, and that's a good spot, a good holder for it. Glove box, is it damped? It is damped. And then, but yeah, this right here, that's how you go to drive. Park, that this way. There's nothing that really can stop you from going. And I feel like if I'm in the parking lot, I can see myself trying to flip the reverse, put this thing in park, and then next you know, I'm sitting there bouncing between the pin and park, and I'm stuck in the parking lot trying to hit the gas, and it's not going anywhere. So
Thinking you're trying to turn your music up and end up changing the gear.
that's true too. Yeah, I'm on the highway and like, oh, let me crank this up. If you're not familiar with the car, there's automatic brake hold. So I'm in drive, for example, I put this on, and most of the time the seatbelt needs to be on. Let's see here. Okay, so we're stopped. There we go, auto hold. So what it's doing now is I don't have to put my foot on the brake. It's holding the brake automatically. Like I said, you can see I'm in drive, and you can see that this is on. And what that's doing, this is a good feature if I'm in a long drive-through where I don't want to put my car in park. I want to be able to leave an emergency. For example, I'm about to be rear-ended or something, or I'm at a stoplight, you know, stand a long time. It's a way where you can kind of keeps you as a driver where you have to rest your foot there, and it just holds in place. Brake lights stay active the entire time, and it goes away once I tap the accelerator. So tap the accelerator, and then it goes off. And then you stop again for 1 second, wait, and then it automatically keeps the brake held for you. Especially for extended traffic jams, also very handy. And here you get drive modes. So I'm gonna cycle through them. These are almost like, I would say, terrain. See, I almost grabbed this knob to cycle through. This knob does not, it looks like something that we have cars that have your selector that controls your infotainment system. I feel like I'm reached down to do something here. I don't like that design. So I almost just did that. So let's go ahead and go back to park, so I don't take this car out of gear by mistake. Parking brake goes on automatically. It's an electronic parking brake. But let's go to your modes. Normal, eco, you got your sport mode, tow and haul. Let's go back on this side, and you have some terrain modes with, you know, some trail if you wanted to do some off-roading, or if you're into some slippery, like, you know, some snow or rain. What it does, probably dials down your throttle response. All right, so go back to, you have another 12 volt here. That's fast charging. And then a little tray if we need to. That's pretty much it there. I'm just gonna show this part back here, show what that looks like when it's on. And then there's an AC menu, and it's in Celsius. Someone put this in Celsius. Let's see. All right. I can get that out. There's, of course, your other you get driver assistance functions here. You can change the cruise control mode if you want adaptive, or you want normal cruise control, or was intelligent. Adaptive is based upon the car in front of you. So if the car in front of you slows down, your car will slow down, and it will never exceed your preset speed, but it will go slower based on the traffic around you, adapts to the traffic surrounding. Intelligent looks like it reads the speed limit signs and also adjusts the speed based on the speed limit. And I guess you can set your threshold of how much you want it, how do you want to go 10 over, 5 over, or do you want to stay right on the speed limit. So let's go back to adaptive. Let's see. There's Apple CarPlay. I don't see Android Auto as an option. There's ambient lighting, valet mode. So your rain wiper setting, you can turn it off or on. Also, you can hit rear wiper on reverse. So if you're reversing and wipers are on, it'll automatically wipe the rear wiper, just so you know. Courtesy wipe. Okay, so if you spray your washer fluid, it'll automatically do a wipe like a few seconds later to get the residual. There's your door keypad code. You can set that up here if you need to. And then, yep, that's it for this. So I'm gonna go here, temperature units. I'm gonna go back to Fahrenheit. Now, if I change my setting, there we go. We're back into where we need to be. Something familiar for me. All right, let's go ahead and check out all our light settings. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our parking light. This is like, your chill, like, whatever, cop mode, right? Headlights, get your high beams, flash. Then you have your fog lights. And then fog lights can be on with the parking lights. And then you go to off, turn signals, the headlights, and high beams are on. Okay, back off. All right, so then you got your lights, brake lights, turn signals, then reverse lights. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into drive. It's got a main road here. Go out here and patrol. Dispatch showed me active patrol here in Orlando, Florida. Doors open. Passenger set doors open. Okay. All right. Got my part.
Used to soft close doors.
I know.
I get yelled at for slamming them.
I should have a body cam. Have me just yell when you see the steering wheel.
No, more people than cops drive.
I know, but I always see explorers.
Like soccer moms.
You're right.
Which makes sense.
Well,
The storage space.
I say it is. I can see why.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pull out and go a little full throttle here. Okay. So it definitely the power, even with the smaller engine in this, you had the power to pull out in traffic. I mean, I pulled out between, a gap, and I was able to get over to the center turn lane. I'm gonna make a U-turn. We're gonna test the turn radius. There are 3 lanes in the turn radius, but I'm gonna try to make this tight enough to make it into 2 lanes. I'm not gonna cross over to the 3rd lane, because 2 lanes is usually what you simulate more when you're making a U-turn in these intersections. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
And with the brake hold, I'm just not even holding the brake, just doing it by myself, or the car's doing it by itself, and I'm just sitting here waiting for the traffic light. And when it's green, I can just tap the accelerator. Have blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. Okay, light screen, here we go. Make this in 1 lane. Pretty good turn radius, to be honest with you. Okay, take this from you. Okay, some acceleration. Let me see if it does stop go. All right, the adapter cruise control came all the way to a stop by itself. You can see here I'm set at 55 miles an hour, still active. It says stopped, and I'm behind at a car. So I was at a traffic light, and I just want to see how much it was going to slow down in its own. No intervention by me. How long would it hold before it has to disengage? Some cars do few seconds. Some cars only go 25 miles an hour, they disengage. And some cars will actually hold for a while and they'll just resume automatically once traffic moves away. So we're gonna test that out. Light's green. We'll see how long it takes. I might have to press resume or something. Let's see what happens. Yep, press resume and it automatically resumes. So wait till traffic cleared up, I had to press resume on the steering wheel and then it's automatically going back to my preset speed of 55 miles an hour. And there's a little Easter egg right there, the Ford Explorer on the dashboard. You know it's a 4-cylinder, but once that turbocharger builds the boost and it starts going, it's got a 10-speed automatic. It seems to be shifting a lot of gears, but each gear is keeping its power band, and the vehicle, it seems, it pulls pretty consistently, at least up to about highway speeds, speeds at 100 miles an hour, but something more average what people are going to need to get into traffic. I wouldn't feel like I need more than this, but me personally, I like more power, so that's my niche side. But for an average person, this is more than enough power for anybody else to be able to feel like it's adequate, especially if you have a loaded people. Towing capacity is 5,300 pounds, which is enough to tow your boat to the lake and anything else you want to do. Track. If you have a track car or something like that, like a Mustang, you want to take to the track, you can do that. But yeah, this is a short review. Let's do a quiet test real quick. But if you enjoyed this review, be sure to give me a comment, thumbs up, and then obviously thanks Lexi for helping me out on this one. She normally I'm doing this by myself and trying to navigate and film, and it's a lot easier when there's another person to help you out. I feel like my views go a lot smoother. Anyway, thanks so much. Thanks for watching.
Montana and Glacier National Park.